Hey there, Steve Hanley for HardcoreGamer.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Magical Drop Pocket for Neo Geo Pocket Color. A lot of pockets in there, but hey, always good. So, here we have the game. This is a European version, comes in a very nice UK clamshell case, which is what I collect in my collection because, as you know, the Game Boy and Neo Geo US cases were cardboard, and cardboard is no bueno because if you have any games still 10 years or 15 years or whatever after they were released, they're probably a little bit crushed. Even your best games, you know, every time you open that top, it kind of bends the tab, and it's just not good. And these are cool because, damn, these are like AES cases right here. They're hard, nice texture. They're just great. I really like them. Nice, of course, clamshell opening right there. So, open it up. We got the manual right here, game right there. Pretty simple. Manual I want to show you because it is the start of some issues with this game. Let me find a good page. Right here you have some translation errors. Not sure if you can really make them out here, but one of my favorite translation errors in this manual is like right here, it's for lovers. It says, since the time she was born, these two, question mark, have always been together. Well, this is odd for me because of course there's two people. I mean, it's two of them. So why would there be a question mark? I think it's because the guy wasn't sure if it's one entity or not, and he put a question mark there and never deleted it. And there's issues like that sprinkled out throughout the game. Let's see if we can find a good example here of some bad grammar. I'm sure we could just turn to any page here. Move the clown left and right with the joystick L and R, and press A button to catch the different kinds of drops that are falling from the top of the screen. Throw the ball vertically, they disappear. When the drops are eliminated from the screen, press joystick down to start a new set of drops to fall from the top of the screen. The game is over when your clown becomes crushed under the falling balls. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. But there are some issues that we will show you later on besides just short sentences. So, there's the manual. A for effort. And here's the game. Get it loaded up. Get a good view for you here. I should do it right there, I think. Here's the intro. Done. Always adorable. So there's 3 modes in the game. There's story, self-challenge, and friend challenge. Friend challenge, as you can see, I can't select because you need a link cable and also a friend with a Neo Geo Pocket Color that wants to play with you on a link cable, and that is, my friends, something hard to find. So let's check out the story mode. You got a bunch of difficulties. To start off with, super hard was not unlocked. I don't think hard was either, but I could be wrong about that. So we'll do medium here because I don't feel like losing. So there's 8 characters to start with, these guys right here. They're from Magical Drop 3 and 2. Mainly Magical Drop 3 because this game came around the same time, so you got a lot of influence from that. These 3 up here were unlocked by beating the game on hard. But you have to beat them every time anyway. So let's try it. Now translation here is okay. I feel like, because like, hey, we gotta get at least this part right or people are not gonna play the game. But you'll start to see some issues here. Yeah, you have no worry. It doesn't make much sense. So translation there wasn't terrible. It's actually some of the best the game has to offer just because that exchange didn't make any damn sense. So I guess that's a win, right? So the game, pretty basic. If you've played it before, same scenario here. There's yellow, green, red, and blue bubbles, and they need to be matched up in groups of 3 or more. And if you do, they disappear. In story mode, this is basically verses, right? So every time you make them disappear, they go onto the player's screen and they make his thing drop more. So the idea here to be as fast as possible, so you can put more bubbles onto his screen before he does the same to you. What a jerk, right? But hey, that's life. You might be saying, well, where's his screen? Because I just see his annoying mug up in the top corner. Well, unfortunately, because the Neo Geo Pocket Color screen is so tiny, they were unable to fit the competitor's screen on here. So instead it's represented over here. You see target and CPU. Target, that's basically, it starts at 250 and counts down. So that means he has 170, whatever that means, left. When it gets to 0, that means he wins. I had 198. But of course, if you put too many bubbles on his side before that, it doesn't matter and you can still win. I check if you surely have a brain, says Magician. Maybe you have. Yeah. It is, I'll tell you what, that is not even the worst of the translation in this game. It gets pretty bad. I think what happened is, because like usually retail games, they have some quality control. So this game was released in 2000, which was right near the end of the Neo Geo Pocket lifespan. I think when it was released, I'm pretty sure the writing was already on the wall. It might have already even been starting to be pulled from shelves. And not only that, but Data East, the developer and publisher of this game, who are no longer around, they actually went out of business almost right after this game was released. This and there's a Game Boy Color version were the last games they released. So I just feel like it was a case of, you know what, if we don't get this game out, it's just never going to, that's it. Because we don't exist anymore, the system doesn't exist anymore, so there was no time to do translation. That's what I assume, at least. Hopefully it wasn't just that they didn't care, but I'm sure they would have cared, because Data East, their translations are usually, decent. But yeah, so you're left with a terrible translation. It really feels like it was just ran through Babelfish, because the way the words are not arranged correctly, and like they answer questions that don't make sense. It's pretty bad. Like even this capitalization isn't very good. Yeah, like that. You are doing hard every day. Good for you. Training's the best for me. I expect you more. What I expect you is... There's a good example. We're going to get out of story mode now, and I don't think you can do that, so I'm going to lose real quick. I know, how dare I. But I want to show you the other modes this has to offer. And really sorry about, it's hard to get, I know there's glare off the screen, but as you know, this is not backlit. So, yeah, it's about the best I can do here. So, that's story mode, and there's, like I said, 11 characters. You can go through the story. Each one does say different dialogue to each character, so they had to write, 11 times 11? Like 120. I should have figured that out probably in my head first. 122, I believe. Different story options, so I mean that's why it would have taken a long time to actually translate it correctly, and that's cool. It's just I wish I could understand it and it made some lick of sense. Another thing I don't like about the story mode is that there's really no a reward for completing it. If you complete it, it gives you like a little picture and that's it. I would like more if there's some sort of pomp and circumstance, if even just like an unlockable, some bonus thing you could use or something. So because of those issues, self-challenge becomes kind of the heart and soul of the game. And self-challenge is basically classic magical drop single-player action from the arcade. So you choose a character, and you just play magical drop.